Hi, Barry Grzebik here, Grez Guitars. I want to talk to you a little bit about spread resonance, what that means, and how I'm applying that to semi-hollow body guitars. At the most basic level, spread resonance generally means taking various materials and various structures and forcing them to resonate at different frequencies. And there's various reasons you'd want to do that, but as I see it, and as it's applicable to a semi-hollow body guitar, is that I want to take this instrument and have the body panels and the body itself resonate at as many different frequencies as possible, so that the vibrance, if you will, of the body, what the body is adding to the sound, is happening over as wide a frequency range as possible. So to accomplish that, let's look at a semi-hollow body. I happen to have sides in a mold here, a typical double cutaway semi-hollow body approach. And being a semi, you would expect then we have a center block. And the center block is a lot of what I want to talk about here. In this particular case, this is a swamp ash center block, although the material itself isn't terribly relevant to this topic. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this center block in, but instead of it being a continuous block, cut away a large piece of it here so that the bass side would have a lot more air volume than the treble side. I think you can see that. Having more air volume in the bass side than the treble side, first of all, is going to force them to resonate at different frequencies, and it's going to force the bass side to resonate at a significantly lower frequency. I want to not only spread these resonances out, but drag them down lower so that you start to get the sound of a big full body hollow arch top out of a thin semi-hollow body. And a lot of that has to do with getting those resonances back down to those lower frequencies that you would expect from the big full hollow body. So we have this lower resonance in the upper chamber because of this cutaway, but additionally because of this cutaway we have a larger unsupported top area on this side, so that this top is going to be free to resonate. It's not as stiff because it's not as clamped down to this center block, so the bass side is going to resonate a lot more, the top itself. And it's going to resonate at a different frequency than the treble side, right? The treble side is a typical semi-hollow body shape. To take it a step farther, on the back, we're cutting away a portion so that the back of our center block only contacts the back plate in this area here. We're still dividing the two chambers in half, but as you can see, there's a much larger unsupported area of back because of this cutaway. So the back now is going to want to resonate a lot more, and again, at a lower frequency than the top. So we have the back resonating at a different frequency than its top plate, which is resonating at a different frequency than the whole treble side. And all of that's much lower because there's more air volume involved. And then beyond that, we take our F-holes and thicken them up. Traditionally, your F-holes are the same thickness as the top plate. And if you need to tune your body a little lower, you make those F-holes a little smaller or a little larger to make the tuning frequency a little higher. But always sticking with the thickness of the top. What we're doing is taking the top and building it up almost like a port in a ported speaker. In a ported speaker, the longer the port, the lower the frequency the box is tuned to. So we're going to take our thin top, which has been thinned almost like you would in an acoustic guitar, to ensure that it resonates well. But just in the area of the F-holes, we're going to build up its thickness so that we end up with ports. So the chambers themselves will resonate at a significantly lower frequency because they've been ported or tuned lower. And we're porting them to two totally different frequencies. So you'll notice that the treble side and the bass side of our F-holes aren't the same thickness. So we're forcing, again, different frequencies of resonance. And that tuning only is happening from a resonance standpoint. So we're not building up the whole top plate. It's still a very, very thin top plate, just at the area of the F-hole will it be thicker. And that is it in a nutshell. All those factors come together to create resonances that are much lower than you would expect from a thin, light semi-hollow body, and that are over a much wider frequency range than you would expect. So we get a lot of body mojo over a wide range of frequencies. And I think that's what makes these instruments sound unique. Thanks for hanging out with us for a little while. Bye.